So, to finish up this chapter, we're going to talk about portfolio insurance, dynamic hedging, and then we're going to look at an example from the book that was actually created by Robert Merton, who's actually Nobel laureate. He was, I guess, simultaneously created the Black-Scholes model with Black and Scholes, so they all received credit for it. So anyway, so it's a pretty sharp guy. So anyway, so what is portfolio insurance? Portfolio insurance is strategies that limit investment losses while maintaining upside potential. Dynamic hedging is constant updating of hedge positions as market conditions change. The example from chapter 15 was of portfolio insurance is a protective put strategy. The idea of a protective put is that you buy a put and you buy the underlying asset as well, and you combine those two together. You create a floor with regard to your losses, because you have a put that that will you have to pay for, but as a result, you have eliminated all of this downside of owning the asset. This can be achieved with portfolios. It can be difficult to achieve with portfolios because it could involve trading a very large number of stocks. However, if you had an index portfolio, you can buy options on indexes and you could execute this strategy. The next slide talks about the dynamic hedge in relation to dynamic hedging. Just the point of this slide is that dynamic hedging again refers to constantly updating the hedge ratio and exchange along with changes in stock prices. This is the value of a put in relation to the stock price. We know that the value of a put goes up as the stock price goes down, and especially when we get below the strike price. The strike price isn't shown here, but it should probably be somewhere down around here. So you see right here, the slope is less than it would be here. The slope is here. Here would be less than it is here. So at each point, we would have to change our hedge ratio and change our allocations. But that's the point of dynamic hedging. So shift gears, and we'll look at Robert Merton's analysis of the option pricing, using option prices to examine lender behavior in the financial crisis. So when a bank buys debt with limited liability, the idea is that they implicitly write a put option to the borrower. It sounds complicated, but think of a home buyer with that buys a house, and then at some point the value of that home, or possibly even when during the financial crisis, possibly even when that loan was issued, the value of that home is less than the loan amount. So with that put, the borrower has the right to return the property back to the lender, and the put option, that is the put option. So we have the value of the loan and the right here, the value of the loan, and then the value of the property. This could also be a company, or some facility at a company would be the same idea. So in this case, if the payoff of the put is that when the value of that property whether it be a home or a company. If it's below the value of the loan, there's a benefit to the borrower to put it back. That's this value right here, the difference between the loan value and um, the payoff here. So um, um, figure 1611 just gives an idea. The compares the face value, the value of the put as the percentage of the face value of the debt, and the firm value as a percentage of face value of debt. If we're at 100%, again, we're over here, the or below, where the likelihood of the option being exercised is much greater, as opposed to if we have equity, an equity position. So